Hey Turner students, I'm Dr. Dando, I'm your superintendent, and I understand that we are reading during the month of February an awesome looking book called Everything Weather. I want to share with you an example of one weather event that I personally experienced. This was in the fall of 2022, and I was visiting Charleston while my wife was in a class out there. And Hurricane Ian came through while we were visiting, and we were sort of stuck to stand through the hurricane. We were staying in a hotel during this time. The winds and the rain outside came through in sheets. It moved kind of sideways, and all of the businesses in the areas had to close up their shops, so they put sandbags all over their doors. They put plywood over their windows to kind of protect that glass, and the city just kind of shut down. Now, Charleston is a city that sits very low in terms of sea level anyway, so any of that additional water that hit that city caused a lot of flooding. It made it impossible to get by. It was a little bit scary, but our hotel staff did a great job of taking care of us, and we obviously survived to make it back to Kansas.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Brigman, principal at Oak Grove Elementary School. And when I think back to a severe weather event I've experienced, I think the one that really sticks out in my mind is all the way back in 2002. The Kansas City area had a severe ice storm, and I believe it destroyed like over 500,000 trees, and over 350,000 people were left without power for 2 weeks or so. And I was one of those people that went without electricity for at least 10 days, and that was quite an experience. And so that would be the severe weather event that really sticks out in my mind.
Hola, my name is Bodio Ibarra. This is my wife Debbie.
Hola.
We both own and run the Windmill KC. We would like to tell the story about a venture that we had with bad weather. When I was traveling from Texas to Kansas City one time, a long time ago, eventually the storm became progressively worse, and I began to experience something I never had done before. First of all, the ice storm was so bad that the only cars that were on the freeway were the trucks that were delivering for Christmas the next day, because it was Christmas Eve. And so I was driving along the freeway, and the trucks and the cars were in traffic jams, and there were all kinds of car accidents happening. And I was driving progressively without snow tires. I'm from Texas, and so I wasn't familiar with the terrain in Kansas City in bad weather. So eventually what happened is I got into the turnpike, and it got so bad that I could not see the road ahead of me, and my windshield was cluttered with ice. There was no way that I could see what was in front of me, and so I had to open my window and look out to my left, and I was driving looking at a wall of cement to follow the road because I could not look or see forward in my windshield. And so progressively I traveled through the left lane, and eventually what happened is that I got off the freeway when I got to Emporia, and there a truck passed me up and it wiped off my mirror on my driver's side. So after I got home and I looked at my car, the damage that was done to the car wasn't very serious, but nevertheless, I was very thankful that I survived. The lesson of this story is that next time that you get outside of your house, always check your weather to see what the forecast is to tell you, because sometimes we get into a dangerous situation if we don't know what's going to happen for the day. So be careful and watch the weather, because the weather reports will tell you the truth about what's happening out on the road.